I was thinking about what me and you were talking about, how how ADHD hunters, right? I was thinking about that because we were talking about it the other day.
Like it's a failed Netflix show. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Naked and Afraid ADHD.
Or like Mind Hunters,
Um, I was thinking about that, and I was like, man, I wonder what it's like if you were like an ADHD gambler. But then I remembered I have ADHD and I gamble quite a bit, and I'm poor at it. Like I'm not good because I don't know about you and like your um experience with ADHD, right? But I get super like hyper focused on or hyper fixated on one thing. And
No.
yeah, no, no. Really, tell me more. But like it's in the most unhealthy way possible. Like I'm like, oh no, this is gonna come back. I know, like I have an illogical ideology of like, okay, if I sit here long enough, things will go right.
I can see somebody saying that's just being stubborn without understanding, like,
I would maybe
that's,
consider myself stubborn a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, but like, it's not, like, I feel like stubborn really determines, like a character flaw versus, like, really, this is how fucked up my brain works. Like, I'm really not going to let this go until it goes the way I want it to go. And I'm gonna learn. Like I'm not gonna hear you in the process, and it like
ADHD
I don't know.
hunters.
It's just, but I think about like if I'm at a even like a sports bar with like tons of TVs and then people chit chattering,
Yeah.
like it's overstimulating for me. I can't be in that setting. So it's like an ADHD gambler with like the ching and the all the little
There's
noises
a
of the
lot of
casino.
noises, yeah.
It's just I don't know. Like I get just even thinking about it is just like overwhelming for me. But
We're
then you have
on.
the validation or like the immediate reward sometimes
Yeah.
of a new game, a new game, a new game. Like I can see
It
that for
is fun.
you.
It's very fun. We're on. We're on both. What's up,
Run it.
guys?
What's up?
What's up, guys? What's up, my boy?
Hey.
This is the first episode. Well, so that's like episode 1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still working out the kinks, but welcome to the Fully Lacking podcast. Wild stuff. It's been a wild ride. It's been a very rewarding uphill climb for sure. If you guys don't know already, my name is Drew. This is my co-creator and co-host, Mr. Anthony Ideal Anthony. I think that's his first middle name and last name.
Ideal, Anthony Ideal.
Yeah.
It's my mom named me. It's on my birth certificate.
It's just a lot easier for him to put on things. So yeah, so this is the first of many for sure. I guess before we like dive into like what this is gonna be.
We're gonna do it again, dude. You're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Producer Lisa.
Producer Lisa, we forgot
Producer
about
Lisa.
her. Round of applause. Oh
Got
man.
producer Lisa.
She is behind the camera. She is on the boards. She is not qualified to be on any boards, by the way. Let's talk about that for a second. Our producer is not a producer at all. She's more of a producer of love for me. She takes care of me. She makes sure that I'm well. She is also my long-term girlfriend of 11 years. So shout out to her.
Shout out.
Episode 2 or 3, we're going to talk about why she's still my girlfriend.
That really, you know what? I was wondering that just the other day. It's like, why hasn't he put a ring on it? But we'll let that.
I tried.
We'll let that because I do want to. I that would be really interesting.
We'll let it sizzle.
Producer Lisa. We're training her on the go.
Yeah, we are.
We're training ourselves on the go.
Yep.
We put this together in like a month and a half span, and
Yep.
it's been a ride. Redecorated and furnished this room in a different way.
Yep.
And it's been super cool. I think we had long meetings about the name of the podcast.
Oh, man.
Meetings putting together the image, and I think it's important for us to talk about the fully lacking, the irony, right?
Yeah, we wanted something.
Name.
Yeah, we wanted something that embodied both of us in the sense of like we are very able, but also very lacking.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we went through 19 different meanings or 19 different words to explain one word. Like she pulled out the thesaurus. Remember, we are like, okay, how do you say this word but differently? We
Yeah,
can't have
yeah.
too many syllables.
All the antonyms and
Yeah,
synonyms and homonyms.
it was wild. There's a lot of synonyms in there. And then once we locked in fully lacking, right, which is a play on words for me and Anthony, because we both have a pretty severe case of ADHD. Well, I think you're more ADD.
Yeah,
I'm ADHD.
I got some. It's a combo. I got the combo meal. I
It's
got
a,
the
two piece
fries.
and a soda,
Yeah,
like Mr. George Masvidal says, 2 piece and a soda. But or is it three? No, it's 2 piece and a soda for sure.
I'm gonna defer to you on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
But yeah, so because of that, you guys will see it. I mean, our viewers will see it. We we are smart individuals, but also very lacking and
Scatterbrained.
scatterbrained in
And
every
that's
sense.
really a lot of what producer Lisa's here for too, is just making sure we don't drop 6-hour podcasts and lose y'all 5 minutes
And then
and
get arrested for things we talked about.
oh yeah, I guess that would be the other one.
Yeah, that's a big one. I worry about that. So we figured out the name. We figured out what the name meant to us, and then we figured out this amazing logo right there. It's back here.
Buffering.
It's buffering.
Always buffering.
Always. I'm never fully focused on one thought, which is probably problematic. It's
Certainly.
troublesome. It's created a lot of resistance
No,
in my
you
life.
can focus on one thought. You can focus on one thought. That's the whole
guess that's
gambling
right.
thing,
Yeah,
right? I think that's really and I don't want to get too much into this, but like it's not really like it's just we don't know how to distribute our attention in a productive way. So like
Yeah, it's
sometimes
tough.
it's like all of it in one bucket, sometimes it's just everywhere else.
How long do you think I sat there trying to hook up our equipment to my MacBook?
Too long.
For a while.
You tested my attention on that one.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I tested my patience.
Mhm.
Found out, ding ding ding, surveys in. I don't have much.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my MacBook screen is broken in the bottom right corner.
Oh shit!
I
Did
tried
you
to slam
that
it.
hard?
I'm pretty upset about it. It doesn't matter. We're here.
We're here.
We're here, buddy.
The other piece of it is content. Like what
Yeah.
did we decide we want to talk about? And I think it was mostly just barbershop talk about shit that we care about and find fun to talk about.
I agree.
And I think that can entail things like our personal lives or sports or hip hop or just whatever comes to our minds in the moment.
It's important.
Producer Lisa may try to keep us locked down to this board of topics, but she can't stop us when we're in the moment.
It's tough.
She could drop all of those little sound bites.
We're very creative. We're both musically inclined, I would say. He's an incredible writer. All right, well, I appreciate it. Both experienced our fathers walking out on us, so that was that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They walked right into the grave.
Walked right into death. Very selfish men they were. Hope they're doing well. Hope it's not too warm where they're at. Not much hope for my pops, but he was a good man to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, abandonment of the fathers was a hard one for us to deal with, but we coped. Both fathers in itself. I would say we were both spouses, but Anthony is new into it for sure. You're much more skilled, or what's the word I'm looking for? Experienced.
Your walking of lines here is making me a little uncomfortable.
I'm trying to be honest.
She's gonna watch this.
He's seasoned. He's a seasoned pro in the relationship game.
It's wild to even hear that these days, but I guess it's a little bit more true than it was pre-marriage.
So I guess kind of transitioning from how seasoned you are, right? We both celebrated birthdays.
Yes.
We are both Aries, if you believe in Star Spangled Signs or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called.
Star Spangled Banners.
Yeah, there you go. A Star Spangled something.
Yeah.
What is that? Astrology? I don't think that's the real word.
It's
Maybe put it in the comments. Show me a definition. Producer Lisa said astrology. I don't believe that's true.
More like astrology.
Yeah, astrology.
It stinks.
Yeah. So, it is astrology. I am not uninformed. But we are both Aries. If you believe in putting rocks in your driveway.
What have you been told about being an Aries? I'm always shamed for it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if I'm necessarily shamed. With Aries,
I think I'm shamed without it too, but I think I'm extra shamed for the
I
Aries.
think that it's I think that they say that when people are like, "Oh, an Aries." What do you mean? What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean? That's insulting.
Mental, it's like fiery and
Yeah, we're very passionate people. Very passionate people. Very stubborn, very driven. That's as much that was on the Panda Express fortune cookie. So
yeah.
I got nothing else for you. If you guys want to tell us what Aries are and why me and him get along so well, please indulge because I don't know. You guys got to learn me something. But yeah, we both just celebrated birthdays. Mine was on the 24th of March. Yours, confusingly, selfishly, was on the 23rd. Couldn't even
Well,
get a
right.
full weekend of enjoying my birthday. So thanks for that.
I did. You stepped on my birthday. Your birthday is after mine.
Yeah.
Like I could just understand if mine was after yours, but you stepped on my birthday.
I don't think we need to be specific.
I think we should be. I think you opened the door, you opened the can of worms, and now I'm gonna put on the hook and reel this in. You feel me?
Everybody thought it was those were my balloons in the house that you left behind. Those
That's
were
fair.
your balloons, Anthony. I asked you not to leave them.
That's fair.
He left them. They deflated. My son went through loss. He's only lost one other thing. I mean, other than his grandpa, that one time he died. But also, if dead dad humor isn't your thing, I get it. You don't have to subscribe. But if it is, you found a good home.
Yeah.
It's new for Anthony.
This
I
is the
think.
internet's number one source of dead dad humor right now.
Yes, dead dad humor, number one podcast in the world. That is us. We should
Yeah.
just change it to Dead Dad Podcast.
Yeah, I really
Why
should.
didn't we go with that?
I don't know. And then maybe just have a. Never mind. I don't know. Maybe have a silhouette of someone. You know what I mean? And like a grave. Or R.I.P. Dad tombstone.
Be my dad in jorts with a mullet
Jorts?
and a cigarette
So
in
did he
his
rock?
mouth.
Is that what he rocked?
Oh, my dad was an absolute greaser, bro. Just a unit, that man. Anyways, yeah. So speaking of dads, right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the daddy of boxing, Mike Tyson. I know this is.
Paul.
I know this is a weird transition, right? Dead dad, guy who is a dad to a boxing. It doesn't matter. He's fighting Jake Paul. He's
Yeah.
gonna box Jake Paul, and I say box with an asterisk next to it.
Because of the exhibition match, and I assume some
they gonna have
safeguard
headgear?
rules. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's been confirmed.
If I was Jake Paul, I'd want headgear on too. If I'm being honest. I don't care if Mike Tyson is 100. I don't want to get caught. I don't want to get hit. That man is an animal. He is a real life bane. That man. He was just created in pain and agony.
Yeah. And that doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't.
That's just stored in his muscle memory.
Who you got? That's my question. Who do you got for that fight?
Man.
Yep.
Like I think Jake Paul is a relatively seasoned amateur boxer.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of critiques against him. Like, why haven't you fought any real fighters? Like dudes who have gone to professional ranks, started off boxing real professionals. Yeah. I think there is a degree of cherry picking because of money and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think he's demonstrated he has at least some minimal proficiencies in boxing.
Okay.
So with that being said, with it also being an exhibition match, I don't know size differences. I haven't looked into as much as I want. Oh. But I don't think Tyson's going to go for any sort of knockout stuff. And therefore, I'm going to say Jake Paul's probably going to play it a little bit safe and take it on the cards.
Yeah, I don't see if it's a boxing match, right? If it's a bout that is actually it's going to be a bout. I don't see Jake Paul surviving that onslaught. I think Mike Tyson is a maniac. And what I mean is Mike Tyson is still an animal. And no matter what the contract is, he bit off somebody's ear, bro. Can we not forget that part? Like,
did you watch the Hulu show on Tyson?
When Jamie Foxx was pretend Mike Tyson, or is that
no someone else?
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
I thought it was pretty good. I think it kind of just highlighted like the struggles Mike was going through during that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean he bit off someone's ear. He
bit it.
First round knockouts. I mean, he was just the man.
He was.
up until a certain point, and
I think that he equated that to the people he had around him, the way he like kind of embellished in that lifestyle and didn't really necessarily take care of himself the way he should have.
no, and I think he felt like he was getting ripped off by
Yeah,
Don King and
which
them
everybody
guys.
felt and
Yeah,
feels, I guess, technically. Yeah.
yeah. Who do you think? You think?
Mike Tyson. I would never bet against Mike ever. Period. No matter what. But it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be entertaining. I think that boxing fans that are actual boxing fans are going to hate it, right?
Oh yeah,
But people who have finally embodied and established that 98% of sports is for entertainment now, it takes it for what it is. That's what I have learned. UFC stuff. I mean, it's entertainment. And just how we used to pretend WCW wasn't fake. Oh, did I just spoil that? Is it? Maybe some people don't know it's fake.
maybe. I don't think there's going to be any grown folks listening who don't think it's.
I'm just kidding.
Fake.
The way that we kind of ignored the fact that The Rock wasn't actually putting people unconscious by a people's elbow. It's kind of the same way you have to act now with what we've done. So it's entertaining. It's great, and I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
But it's a gateway to. Honestly, I think boxing is a dying sport. I think that
You're gonna upset a lot of people.
you heard
with
in
that
our
statement.
episode 1. If this is 1.5, you were upsetting like the
Yeah.
purest fans, but I'm probably gonna upset.
Yeah.
There's not like. I'm not the biggest UFC guy, but you've kind of got me into it. There's not a lot of like
Red
big
flag.
matchups left to make in boxing.
Yeah.
And episode 1, which is now the Lost Tapes, is
Lost tapes.
yeah. I know you like that phrase,
I
which
love
is
it.
why
Actually.
I dropped it.
Yeah.
But Canelo is on his way out.
Yep.
There's no one to step in for him. I know you've proposed Tank, but I don't think it's like a clean handoff. Like we think back to Mayweather and Canelo, and there's a clean handoff there. And as far as like the face of boxing,
Yeah.
it's not the same now. It's just Saudi money is going into it. Anywho, I think I can appreciate what Jake Paul is doing and putting a fight on Netflix for everyone to see because pay-per-view prices are ridiculous. And no one's trying to pay $70 for a fight anymore. I don't care who you put on the card.
Yeah.
There's not enough big draw names to do that.
I remember when Mayweather McGregor was $100. Mayweather was the first one to really push that envelope, like to really create a money grab for like sports entertainment. Honestly,
Yeah.
like outside of like the WWE and stuff like that, Mayweather really started getting fighters paid, kind of created the infrastructure for it, you know, and then that's how we have the McGregors and things of that sort. Because if it wasn't for Mayweather pushing that envelope and doing what he did, like, I don't know, I think it would have been problematic. Yes, I am a Mayweather fan, not because he's the most exciting boxer, right? But because all around he's incredible. And his
gifted.
business mind is insane. I don't care what anybody says, he's the best boxer of all time because he's the best defensive boxer of all time.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, he doesn't slug. Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. Anybody ever watch Ali's fights? You ever see how he just, you know what I mean? Okay, so those things. But I digress. I'm not the biggest boxing fan. Obviously, I may say things that don't make a lot of sense. But speaking of entertainment, right?
We're getting into it.
For a second, can we give one more round of applause to producer Lisa in the background, just making sure we're doing good and we're not going off on tangents. When I say that she's making sure, I only say that because we need to keep her around. She's done nothing this episode but press the applause button. I appreciate it. But yeah, so speaking of entertainment, and before we transition into something fun, we got to talk about this Kendrick leg shot that he threw, and then the follow-up pinky toe jam that J. Cole came
I'm
back
glad
with.
because I wasn't sure how much you'd give to the Cole.
No. Listen. So look, J. Cole is my big three. If we're gonna do it, we'll do it right here. First one, J. Cole. Second one, Kendrick. Third one, Drake. If we're talking about artist impact, J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick. My personal preference. I'm not going off numbers or anything like that. Right? MCs, J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. And that J. Cole Kendrick, not because of any other reason, but because Kendrick has a crazy pen. J. Cole has a crazy pen. I don't care what you say. Oh, Drake has ghostwriters. Shut up. Everybody does. Drake has a crazy pen. These guys are incredible. They're all incredible. Our generation's greats. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Just like basketball had Jordan and now LeBron, and everybody's like, oh, LeBron never be better than Jordan. And then, oh, no, LeBron's way better than Jordan. It's a different time.
I got so
But that's my big three.
upset
Mhm.
because someone posted this like boomer hip hop meme of like, this was my big three, and it was like Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't care. Like, put some respect on these guys' names.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Really, like Kendrick has a Pulitzer Prize. What other rapper has gotten a Pulitzer Prize off of an album?
Nobody.
Like, and Drake, top selling artist of history of the past 20 years. Like, it's wild. Like, there's just no question there.
Yeah.
Well, there is a question of who is going to win these diss tracks. I'm really surprised Cole put out something first because he was just in the crossfire.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know why he did that whole 7-minute drill. I think that I've always thought that it was between Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah.
I never thought Cole was ever in the middle of that. I think that Kendrick respects J. Cole much more artistically. And this, I could be wrong. I don't know these people. I'm a guy in a podcast studio in New Mexico, right? I mean, I rap a little bit. Drew Christopher on all platforms. Anyways, so
cut that out, Lisa. No self-promote. No shameless self-plugging on this podcast.
But
Ideal Mentality, YouTube.
Yeah, okay. I do believe that Kendrick respects the pen of J. Cole in a wide range, and I think that he respected, and I could be wrong, but I just think that they do different things, and it's always between a Drake and Kendrick. I don't think J. Cole was ever really a target, but it's like guilty by association.
We boil it down to rap, technical skills. They all can pretty much. They're all pretty much upper echelon.
100%. Yeah.
We look at who's battle tested. It's Drake.
Yes, that's the only one that's really bit well on paper, right? Like, because if you think about it, like numbers wise, Drake, because that was one of our generation, one of like the most highlighted battles of all time between Drake and Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Right? Back to back, incredible record. He did Ether and what the heck? Oh, I can't even remember it. What was Jay-Z's response?
Takeover.
He did Ether and the Takeover in the same thing. Everybody knows the Takeover was catchier than Ether, but Ether had more of a punch than the Takeover. Yeah. Drake was like, hold my beer. I'm going to do both. He did every diss track, no Vaseline, Nail in the Coffin, everything you could think of, and he made it in a catchy jingle.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what makes these warning shots so disappointing.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not trying to hear, I was saying earlier, this friendly, oh, your first one was a classic. I don't want to hear the friendly talk. Just go for their necks. Just go for the neck.
I think that our watchers, God, I hate when I say
all three of them.
I think our viewers, right? Not watchers, not some sweaty dude in a GameStop parking lot.
With binoculars in the bush.
Shout out to Shane Gillis for that one. But I think that our viewers need to understand you are very battle tested. You are one of the best battle rappers I've ever met. And so you have a different outlook on this, right? You've been kind of in the trenches when it comes to like, I've only battled a couple times, was not very good, right? And so I do believe that your stance on this makes sense. For me, I'm like, I kind of like that he pays homage and then demolishes him in the next bar. I think it's like kind of funny. But when you are talking like battle, like war, yeah, you probably shouldn't shake their hand first, you know? So I truly believe that Kendrick is baiting Drake. I believe that Kendrick is baiting Cole. I believe that Kendrick thinks he is better, right? He believes it in every ounce of his being, down to his bone marrow. I believe that he thinks he's better. I believe that he thinks his catalog is better. I believe he thinks his impact is much like stronger. I just believe he thinks he's a better artist.
Because he is. I'm going to go out on the limb and say it. Because he is.
I have a hard time accepting that in any world, and you guys heard my top three, right? My big three, Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Having said that, I don't believe anybody is bigger than Drake at this time, period.
Oh
It's,
yeah.
it's hard. It's hard. And so even if Drake loses, he wins. Because every fan, every Drake, Aubrey Graham fanboy, oh, I knew him before, blah, blah, blah. I listened when he was on Degrassi making mixtapes. All right, dude, we get it. I believe that no matter what, he still wins. I'm excited to hear it, though, because these had to have just been toe jammers. There was no way that these are what these guys are actually sending.
Oh
Right?
no, J. Cole he says it's a warning shot in his stuff
Yeah,
at the very
yeah,
end.
yeah.
And 7 Minute Drill, I was reading, I don't know how true it is, the internet said it,
Mhm.
so don't blame me. Is like it's some sort of something related to the Marines and some sort of like drill they actually do, like that kind of prepares for an operation.
Marines,
So like
Navy SEALs, one of them.
one of those.
Yeah.
And so I mean it's just kind of testing the waters. But I need some action in the next week or two.
I got you. Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see. I gave y'all. What did Drake say in back to back? I gave y'all 5 days. Homie, where you at?
Yeah.
I came here in a rave bumping AR ab. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I think speaking of the big three, right? I want to have some fun. I want to do something. Shout out to the You Should Know podcast. I wouldn't say a big fan of them, but a fan nonetheless.
You're
right?
a big fan of them.
So what we're gonna do? Shout out to them for they kind of had a cool idea, so I want to do it too. This, my friend, is a 2024 fully lacking podcast, a snack draft. Snack draft, 3 rounds, 3 picks. Who's gonna take it? All right. I'm not gonna start.
Yeah, you're gonna start.
No, that's just the fat guy starts the snack draft.
That seems fitting. It just seems fitting.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Not today, buddy. We're not picking out what's fitting today, buddy.
I have more jokes on that, but
I don't like how much I don't like how wide ranged of an arsenal you have when it comes to fat jokes. It bothers me.
I don't like how wide range.
Are you gonna say you don't like how wide ranged I am?
I wasn't intending on it, but then the door opened and I was like, I don't have to say it anymore.
Trust me, bro. We both know all the Southwest Airlines flights pilots and what are they called? Flight attendants know I'm wide.
Look,
my legs are small though, so I don't have much range.
I think it's okay. Embrace it. I think you lead it.
I appreciate you giving me those words of advice. I'm 34. I am a man. I understand how to be fat in America, my friend. There's 99 billion other ones of me. We're good. I'm good looking though. Anyways, so this is going to be our snack draft of 2024. I'm not starting it off. It's rude. It's unnecessary. Snack drafts.
This is
snacks.
Such a fully lacking moment of just debating who's going to start something for like 5 minutes.
Do we have a dinger? That's the first fully. There's probably been like 7 fully lacking moments.
Oh, for sure.
Episode 1.5.
And then some of them are going to be cut because they're like technical stuff.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
Well, it is what it is. Okay. Number 1.
Let me hear it.
For my snack, I'm going to go with what's just coming to mind. And that would have to be Cheetos. And I'm not talking. I'm gonna go with puffy Cheetos.
Ooh,
crunchy Cheetos are a bit rough on the palate.
Wait,
you know,
are you saying crunchy Cheetos are too crunchy?
They're just.
I'm just like
they're a bit crunchy. They're a bit crunchy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's surprising. I bet.
I like the texture that comes with just the slight puff of the softer ones.
All right. Listen, you said it. You heard it first. He likes the puff of the softer ones. Cheeto Puffs is his first round pick. My first round pick of the snack draft 2024. I got to go with Cheez Nips. Cheez Nips.
The nips?
Let me explain.
Going with the nips?
Let me explain. Cheez Nips is a snack that people sleep on. Was I poor? I was. Were they delicious? Yes.
Well, what's the contrast between those and the its?
Coated different coating, different cheese, different recipe.
Is there more fake cheese?
Much more fake cheese. Absolutely. You can taste the fakeness. It's like my ex-girlfriend. Just taste it. Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Well, I wish you were there back then.
I wish I don't wish I was.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. But
tangy. The Cheez Nips, not my ex-girlfriend.
Yo, producer Lisa, we all right? We all right in here? Describing an ex as tangy.
That's wild. Yeah. All right. So my first pick is first round draft pick, Cheez Nips. Go ahead.
Then that just threw
Don't
me
ask.
off. That
Don't
just threw
ask.
me off. We're in a podcast. We're gonna
Nobody
discuss
asked
this.
why they took Tom Brady in the round they did.
If I eat,
Let's go.
If I eat enough Cheez Its, I taste the processed food, and it's mostly real cheese. You know,
Cheez Nips is the best.
No lie. I had probably 3/4 of a box of Cheez Its in the past 48 hours. No lie. No lie. No. All right. So, all right. Number 2. I don't know if you're gonna count this, but I believe it. One, it's yin and yang. You know,
Okay.
it's chips and salsa. And I'm going to make this even more of a hot take because people have judged me for my salsa choice.
All right,
but
let
it's
me hear it.
paste chunky medium.
No way.
I know.
What do you mean?
Just let me feel the hate. Just let me feel it.
I don't understand.
Put it in the comments if you don't like paste chunky sauce. I'm not going to read that shit.
Do we have an air horn on there? Can you air? No, give me something. Give me a bad. Give me a corny sound. Give me a trombone. Are you kidding me? Do we have a trombone on there? God, that.
What are you gonna like?
Paste salsa, bro? No shot.
Remember the commercials? New York City. Yeah.
See, so this is
It's
the product
advertising
of
working. Yeah.
marketing.
Yeah. It's delicious too.
I mean, listen, if they came and said, "Hey, Fully Loaded, we love you. We want you to sponsor. We want to sponsor you. You're fully lacking. We're fully loaded." Pace. I would do it.
Tortilla
I'm not cracking
chips
that thing open.
and paste. Tortilla
Wild.
chips and paste.
You're a wild man.
My digestive system is a mess.
Yeah, well, listen.
Cut that out, Lisa.
You do what you do, buddy. Pace.
All right, we can move on. We don't just have to shame me.
Disrespect-
This is not a place
disrespectful.
for snack shaming, and I'm feeling really snack shamed right now.
All right, that's my bad. That's my bad on that. If you like pace salsa, put it in the comments. I don't know. We'll block you too. It's weird. All right, my second round draft pick of the 2024 Fully Lacking Podcast Snack Draft. I gotta go with. It's a small snack. Not many of them. If you saw a truck on the highway, an 18-wheeler, there's probably 8 of them joints in that truck. But I'm going with, what are they called? Little Bites.
Oh,
Little Bites. Little Bites. Listen, there's a couple things. I open these things. Open it. It's opened. Oh, it's so letting down. It's giving bad father vibes. It's never what you think it's gonna be. That bag is freaking 12 foot. It's huge. Open it. 4 little bites in there.
They're called
But
little
the
bites.
second you put that on your tongue, sir, it's happiness. I'm not gonna say it. It's gonna be sus. It's enjoyable. It's a ride that I wish.
Orgasmic?
That's weird.
But I'm just plugging in the
Euphoric.
blanks. You left me.
Euphoric. It's
Pause.
euphoric. Euphoric. I mean, I don't do drugs, but if Little Bites were a drug, I may do unforgivable things for those snacks. Second round draft pick,
Which
Little
flavor?
Bites.
Which flavor of Little Bites?
All flavors.
Oh.
All flavors. All right.
Look, I'm gonna get. We can
All
put
right,
a quote
Pace,
on it.
man.
We can put a
All
quote
right,
on
Mr.
it.
Pace.
To
All right, ideal pace. All right, slow and steady pace salsa. Chill out. Pacemaker.
pacemaker.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's,
Yeah, okay.
All right.
What do you got?
3.
This is your third round.
Damn.
This is your last pick.
Damn.
Oof. I'm excited for this. And the third round draft pick for Anthony Pacemaker, Ideal Anthony.
Man, I need to really give this the love and attention it deserves for this third one.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to go with chips. I already got chips covered. I don't.
Salsa, yeah. I guess
You know,
Cheetos are a
okay, I
chip.
got it.
Yeah.
You led the way. You led the way with a dessert kind of snack. You know, I think I'm gonna go with Little Debbie's Devil Squares. familiar with these?
No.
They're fudge brownies, have a fudge coating on them, brownie inside. Delicious. I know there's a lot of Little Debbie snacks to choose from.
Swiss rolls.
Swiss rolls are definitely up there.
Undefeated. This is my
They're
dad's.
not. They're defeated. I just get devil rolls. How can you no
I've only ever had a Swiss roll.
in Little Debbie's world?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna bring some Little Debbie's next time I'm here for Drew to enjoy, and maybe that can deserve its own draft because one, you just saddened me. Like
I don't know what to tell you. I know that you expect all fat people to have had these snacks.
I wasn't going that direction.
You were. That's what your little
No, I was
did.
thinking about your childhood and sadness and how you were neglected of Little Debbie snacks.
Oh, okay.
That's the direction I was going. Is damn.
You know what's wild?
No one
is like
indulge him in Little Debbie snacks.
that is the embodiment of people worried about my neglection. As a child too, they're like, they're probably not feeding him well. What about the incredible abuse? What about the closet I lived in? You guys weren't worried about that. I'm not in the closet, dude. I came out of it. I
Good.
love life.
You're nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Appreciate you saying Lisa's a man.
No one said that.
That's what your eyes said. Sometimes I don't know which one to look at.
You want to battle right here? We're going to just battle right
Dude,
here.
the only thing I'm battling is not falling over from dizziness. That one's wandering.
You
That
know-
is like a homeless man looking for something.
You know what else?
Oh, I'm just. I digress. We're done with your eyes. Your third round draft pick was Little Debbie's Devil Squares.
Little Debbie's Devil Squares.
Devil, Devil.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Not in this house. Sorry. We're a God-fearing household. I know what you want me to tell you. All right. Well, after his sus third round draft pick, my draft pick, this is thought out. This is thought out. I thought about this.
How come you're reassuring everyone that you've thought about this?
Listen, because it's just a thing that I think about all the time.
You don't say.
Lisa doesn't let me eat this anymore. It's not even what Lisa thinks.
Oh.
She thinks it's going to be one thing. I guarantee.
Maybe she is the man.
On three, we're going to say what you think it is. 1, 2, 3, pizza rolls. I told you, it's not that. That's my notable. That's my notable.
That's your honorable mention?
That's my honorable mention, pizza rolls.
Okay.
Third round draft pick. Have to take it all the way back to Alto Street, west side of Santa Fe. Little blue can of happiness. About this tall. This wide.
Tuna.
Close. Closer.
Spam.
Potted meat. Potted meat, number 3, third round draft pick. If you've never had potted meat, you probably had a great life. But if you had a hard life like me, potted meat created this figure, buddy. It was delectable. Potted meat, that rounds off my third round draft.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with
It's
potted
okay.
meat.
You bring devil cakes, but we're going to bless them before you walk in this house, and I will bring you potted meat, and we are going to make a devil cake potted meat sandwich and eat it for our viewers.
Man. I don't know if I want to do this podcast
Perfect.
anymore.
All right. First of all, we do a round of applause for that incredible, successful snack draft. That was awesome.
It was.
That was awesome. Look, I need to go back to something I said. I apologize for talking about how dizzy your eyes make me. That was not fair. You're not in charge of your eyes. Just like I'm not in charge of how handsome I am. It just happened. Okay? Your arsenal of fat jokes, I can't blame you for that. You've hated fat people your whole life. I get it.
You know the benefits of having an eye that wanders is I could see all of you.
The consumer of snacks in our house are not us. They're not our partners. They're our little boys.
Yeah.
I don't know what your kid looks like in the morning, but I'm going to paint a picture of mine. I want to talk about fatherhood. My son on a Saturday morning, any given day, any given Saturday, it doesn't matter. If it sounds like a war movie, any given Saturday, it is. This kid quietly leaves his room or mine ungodly early. Nothing on but chonies. Probably an iPad attached to his waist. A switch attached to the other side.
John Wayne
walks to the couch, places his items, and he says, how much food can I put in these hands? Test the boundaries every Saturday. I come out hours later. I will see him. He looks up from his battlefield of wrappers and crumbs. Morning, Dad. Going to Sam's today, huh, son? Yeah, we're out of food. All right. Ate the neighbor's dog earlier. That was scrumptious. Thanks, buddy. All I'm saying, snacks in my house, my son will absolutely consume them at a shocking rate.
My son is not the main consumer of snacks in my house.
It's you.
It is I.
Well, at least
I eat his snacks when he's gone, and he eats them when he's there, because I don't have my son. Good co-parenting situation, but I have him half the time. So sometimes he'll be coming back, and he's like, Dad, like, where'd my cookies go? And I told him, you know where your cookies went, right here, dude.
I thought you were gonna gaslight him and be like, you ate them.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I might do that. If I'm feeling a little guilty, I might be like, hey, like I think you might have finished those off last time.
I think
really,
it
was me in front of the TV
son. Yeah.
gaming. Yeah, like just take some accountability, man. Like you can't just be out here, lying about how much cookies you ate. I think you ate those while I was in the shower, actually. It really teaches kids how to think. Critical thinking skills. Is my dad lying to me or is he not? You have to figure that out. So
my dad was overly honest about everything. Didn't like it. Hey, Dad, how you doing? On a 3-day bender, son. How are you? Confused because I'm 4, but thank you.
Jeez.
Right? Oh, we're going to dig into the life of Anthony and Drew. I'm telling you, you guys are going to be like, wow, why are we watching them? And then me and you wake up like we have viewers.
Yeah, we just kind of gaslight y'all into thinking this is going to be an entertainment podcast, but we're really just going to dump trauma on you randomly.
Absolutely trauma bonding, baby. If you're in for the ride, we're here for you, and we love you, and we appreciate it.
Additionally, with snacks, my son's super picky. So, like...
He is picky.
I will invest in stuff that I think he likes.
No.
And then the next day, he's like, no, Dad, like, I don't want that whole box of Hot Pockets you just bought from Sam's Club. Or I don't want that. I'm going to actually not eat breakfast until you get Eggos. These are all just real life examples. And so, like, I really just got to hold out and stay strong because he'll just,
Lisa doesn't let me feed the Hot Pockets. Look at her judging us right now.
It's very judgmental.
I tried to feed pizza rolls one time. He loved them. He didn't just eat them. I know he often thinks about that experience.
Often thinks about it. It's like with men in Rome. Yeah. Like instead of like Rome for like little boys, it's just little floating Tostino rolls in their head.
I'm telling you, he dreams about those Tostito pizza rolls on a daily. I mean, the happiness. Pretend I'm him.
Yeah.
Takes a bite. Dad, thank you for this moment. I'll remember this forever. And I looked down at him. I said, I know you will, son. I know. And then Lisa's like, throw them away! Leave us alone. Just a couple dudes in their underwear eating pizza rolls. This is what America was built on.
My son loves to just walk around in his undies when no one else is there. It's just free reign. He just randomly comes out. I'm like, all right, I guess we're just chilling like this for the rest of the day.
Literally, was like, he'll get home from school and be like, hey, I just walk around in my chonies. Yeah, man. Cool. I don't know. I think it's something in their DNA.
It's freedom.
Yeah.
It's liberation.
I digress. I'm off my soapbox. Not for long, but I'll be off it for this episode.
I'm off my medication, so this is...
I do want to say this, right? I do want to say this before we wrap up. This ride you guys are buckling up for, this train, this vehicle of trauma and comedy and everything in between, it's going to be a ride, buddy. It's going to be a ride.
Should be a blast.
Yeah. So we'll be here. New episodes every week.
Every week.
Every week, this adorable, obese face will be sitting next to this face, and he'll be looking at all of you. And
look, if you think Drew is more adorable than I am, leave it in the comments along with the medications that you should be on. and your eyeglasses that you're not wearing.
All right, brown
And then
on
if
brown.
if you think I'm more adorable, well then just enjoy being on the right side of history.
Yeah, well, I enjoy the fact that you dressed up brown pants with a brown shirt today.
Well, I enjoy the fact that you're wearing athletic clothes.
Oh,
Look, I'm gonna
buddy.
stop there. I'm gonna stop there.
These cotton Nike shorts are not for athleticism at all.
Oh, we know.
No.
We
It doesn't matter what you know.
We got some animosity to sort out in this first episode.
Yeah.
It's been a rough ride to get
I
here.
want you guys to come back. Hey, listen. Come back.
This is where we zoom in on your face.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Come
Go
back.
ahead.
Come back. Don't be weird. Don't make it weird, dude. Just come back, bro. We're going to have fun. Come back. Lock in. We'll be here for a little bit.
Subscribe.
Yep.
Follow. And
Like,
let us know
comment.
what you enjoyed about this. We're having
Yeah.
fun with this. Hope you can let us know. I think we can wrap up. Fully Lacking Podcast,
Fully lacking, baby.
Peace.
We will see you next week. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Later.
Later.